Kimberly Culp. I was born to Turnia Lee Henry and Oweda Yvonne Henry. My father is from Texarkana, Arkansas, and my mother was born in Los Angeles, California. That is where I was born, in Compton, California. I am the sibling of 4 other children. I'm the baby of 5. And my father was a vice president of Stand-In Incorporation. And my mom was an RN for West Adams Hospital. One thing that I can really thank my grandmother, who was Lena Lee Henry, and my father was Elmer Lee Henry. She taught me early on about the Word of God. And through my travels of childhood, my parents both, my mom and my dad, were professionals. My mother was, again, an RN at West Adams Hospital. She worked in surgery. And my father was vice president of a steel company in Torrance, California. My childhood memories are that they had me in everything. I modeled, I act, I was a gymnast. And so a little known fact that a lot of people don't know is that I was all around gymnast. I was the only Black gymnast on my team for 3 years. I was also a shortstop woman and second base woman. And I was also the only African American young girl on my softball team for about 4 years. I consider myself an athlete in my early days, and I was always interested in teeth. One of the things that I debated on was, would I be a dentist or not? And so in my preparation of preparing for a profession, I knew that I wanted to be a dentist. In my senior year, we had a lot of different activities. I went to Milliken High School in Long Beach, California. That is also where we all were classmates with Snoop Dogg of Long Beach. And he was classes ahead of me. Prior to that, my father, at the age of 13, I was always in private school. I went to St. Mary's all-girls school in Inglewood, California, until the age of 13. And that is where I shifted over to Pews Junior High, where I met Snoop and the rest of a lot of my Long Beach City friends. And one of the things that happened to me then is that my father got killed as an innocent bystander, a drive-by shooting. So my mother had a shift in her life where she had lost her husband. She didn't know where she was going to pick up things. And that is where she had that shift of experiencing and trying crack cocaine. At 18, when I got pregnant and was on my way to college, I felt doomed, like I had lost a whole lot of ideas and dreams because I was pregnant and without a father that was going to be dependable. He too ended up on crack cocaine at a young age. And so, but the grace of God and His mercy, He put so many people in my path along my way, starting with my grandma Lena, who took me in and allowed me to live in a back house behind her and grow into womanhood, into Christianity. And prayer was what I was taught, prayer is what I leaned on, and prayer is what I still lean on. I went through a 2-year program at Long Beach City College. I cut my program short to enter into the workforce as a dental assistant. And as a dental assistant, I learned so much. I learned to count teeth on my baby. I learned all about children's deciduous teeth on Reggie. And from that experience, I knew that I still wanted to be a dentist. And that was my drive. That was where I was trying to go. I had shifted from wanting to be a hygienist to a dentist. In my travel of life, I met my first husband. In that experience, we were together for 23 years. I learned how to pray myself through all types of situations. One of the things that I experienced in life was being a battered wife. Although I had a good marriage, I had some things that were very unstable in the marriage. And in today's times, I speak to women all around the world on being able to pick up the pieces without staying in bondage. I'm currently remarried to Ralph Culp, and we own an enterprise now of 5 companies. So when you talk about entrepreneurship and God's blessings and forgiveness and prayer and faith, that is what I grew up on. And to this day is what I teach our grandchildren. It is what I can teach myself, my staff members. We own a dental staffing company and an urgent dental mobile van. It's state of the art. So when you talk about trailblazing, if I had to title myself, which a lot of people do, so I've kind of picked it up as a trailblazer, and I would consider myself a trailblazer. I'm the first Black dental staff owner here in the state of Georgia in a field where there are primarily white females and white males. I am not a dentist. I finished a 2-year program as a registered dental assistant. And from there, I have been in all types of programs and learned my way on the aesthetics of dentistry, how to make a full roundhouse temporary, and how to help people improve their oral health care. And to be a part of Care Mobile, which is founded in Kentucky, they reached out to me as the first non-dentist practice owner here in the state of Georgia, African-American female, and asked me if I wanted to team up with them and create a mobile dental van here in Georgia. And so here we are with urgent mobile dental care. We go all around the state of Georgia. We have 4 vans here in Georgia. And what we do is we help provide care for those that are in rural areas who can't find a dentist for 50 or 80 miles. We also provide dentistry for those that are challenged without insurance, those that are afraid of going to the dentist. So I like to educate, I like to empower, and I like to uplift men and women on not looking at where you come from, not looking at your situation that may seem very poor at the time. But if you have faith, you can trailblaze through it, no matter what you're going through, no matter how long you've been going through it. Continue to just settle in with where God is taking you and trust and believe that He's taking you to higher heights.